with you guys returning to the inn of the Glimmering Ram, all in your various directions, you return to see Aaron knitting. Aaron, what are you actually been doing? While everyone's out.
I don't know.
All right, and he's knitting.
No, that's not manly enough. I'm making flower arrangements.
There we go. I'm not sure how you pulled out flowers, but sure. Paper color, paper flowers. There you go.
Yeah,
Paper flowers.
origami. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Origami around one of the tables in the far corner, and to this morning, it's very empty. Last time you were here in the afternoon, it was busy and nice. Aaron is exquisite in his dexterity with the
Wait,
papers.
shouldn't that be an attack roll versus his AC?
No, the paper's not animate.
Oh, boo.
Good night, guys.
Are we sure it's not a mimic?
It is not a mimic. But yes, you guys all enter into the inn for the after. It's around lunchtime, actually. At this point.
Ooh, lunch. I'll have a salad. The dwarven city, of course.
Which is interesting, as it's mostly root vegetables and mushroom. It's very earthy salad. It's different. But yes, you guys all join around the table to
That actually sounds weirdly pleasant.
earthy dwarven salad. With,
I was expecting you to say it was a salad of meat.
they give him an odd look when he asks for salad, but they're like, okay, sure. You don't get it very often, so.
No, that is
Vegetables.
Aaron. I'm sorry.
Protection from harmful words, please.
Technically none at all, but we don't get into that. So yes, you guys all join around the table with lunch, which whoever's paying, just mark off a gold, should be fine
I've got it.
for the lunch for you guys.
Wait. Coin. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Right at the bottom.
If everything's changed.
Everything's so different. What
It's
do I
got
do?
it's got the column with the money, but then there's weird things written to the right of it from the weight table.
Mhm.
But because of the way it is on my screen, like the weight, the row headings for the weight table are right next to the money, and I was like, why does it say 0 attacks and ammo but 36 armor?
Mm.
But that's the silver pieces. It's alright though, guys. My push drag lift limit is 452.6, so we'll be fine.
You drag me along, please.
You're always a drag.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think how I can make that into a dragon joke.
No. So you guys discuss your findings of whatever you managed to find.
I don't know what you found.
Oh, sorry. Was there a question directed at me? I was busy insulting Aaron.
Well, you guys are discussing what you found, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, like fuck all, basically. Apparently the drow are occupying the weird the dwarf thingy.
They're occupying the Tig?
Yeah, they've been occupying it for a while.
Fuck.
Apparently, where the Tig is, possibly, it was very confusing. There weren't any pictures or anything, but that was originally a temple of fuck, where did I write that? I know I wrote it down.
Maybe
So,
we
it's
have
a
one
sanctuary.
before.
It was a sanctuary of Moradin. It's possibly the same place, but maybe not. The the dwarf
Oh.
writings were very vague.
Yeah.
Apparently as well, there's a buttload of underroads all over the place. Apparently the underroad to Aram was recently finished or
Really?
something. Aye, so we could go visit Seraphina's family by
Oh.
hoofing it. And apparently there was some reference to your family in the runic archives as well. Just reconnecting with your family and also the Hammer Furies. I don't know if you're familiar with them at all.
Do I recognize that name?
Give me a history. You haven't met them personally, but I wonder if you've heard the name. You've heard it in passing, mostly between the other dwarves in the area. You're not really sure where they actually are, but you know they're somewhere on the north side of the mountain range.
Right. They're on Valin somewhere.
Yeah, they're one of
Aye.
the Villain dwarf
Aye,
families.
it was about reconnecting with the overseas dwarf families. There was a wee bit of a mention about the Forge Hearts and their new Throne Keeper. And also some weird mention of strange shenanigans going on with creatures in the Underdark. Or in underground creatures, anyway. Things that shouldn't be there being there. And I'm not an expert on Ankeg by any stretch, but are they supposed to be there? Is that like...
Would I have seen any? Because I didn't recognize them. Would I have seen any in my past campaigns?
You didn't go that deep, I don't think. Savant has seen some of them. I've seen not come this far up, but they are of Griffin.
They're normally
the
deeper, though.
Usually Drow are as well.
Are there any on Valin? Is there like any point me rolling a nature check?
You have not seen or heard of any Ankegs on
Okay.
Villain.
Okay. So, was there anything else? Think about. Oh, there might be tunnels going a long way. There was mention of underroads being refurbished and cleared out, leading to the nearby islands, and also further afield. And it mentioned something about the dwarven forebears. Do you have any idea what that might mean?
Off the top of my head, no, but I do have a book about the underroads. There.
Well, I was thinking more forebears. Like, where are the dwarves from Griffin originally? Like, how did your family wind up in Valin when the rest of the dwarves are here in Griffin? Did your family like immigrate at some point, or did the Griffinese come from Valin?
That's a good question.
Or
Maybe.
did they come from somewhere before that?
Your history is pretty bad, but give me a check. Let me...
And
Two
what
checks in a
about-
row. This is a little weird.
What about the five bears as well?
Whoa. Yeah. Considering your state of the Reichenhaus in Berlin, you've at least been able to figure out from some family books that your family's been on Berlin for some time. About the same point, about 300 years ago.
They established themselves on Valin 300 years ago.
And it seems to be about the same time as the ceasefire.
Between the elves and the humans.
Mm.
And is that about the same time as the tablet that I read? Because that was
Um,
in the 300 years ago aisle. The one that was about the...
The Elven Kingdom.
was that? Yeah, the Elven Kingdom one was 300 years ago, and so was the.
The Elven Codenham one was 600 years ago.
Oh, sorry, no, it was the thing about the tithe was 300 years ago.
Roughly.
Ish. So you establish yourself on Berlin 300 years ago, having come from Griffin?
Most dwarves have been known to come from Griffin.
Alright.
You do know that the dwarves are primarily on Berlin for the mining operations there.
Diggy hole.
Yeah.
You're though unsure of how long you've actually been doing that.
There was no mention in the early family stuff about.
But there is some ties to it.
Bit vague, much like you found the runic tablets.
Fair enough. Dwarves seem to be pretty shy at keeping useful archives. I mean,
Yeah.
History of 300 years ago is usually pretty vague.
oh, that one other thing. Has anybody got a wee scrap of paper?
I do.
I do too.
I'm gonna doodle the Aerodactyl's medallion. Arkansas's. His little fisty medallion thing.
Mm.
Sorry, I like Aerodactyl. I think that should be his
I
name.
do too.
Aerodactyl Enzo Spartacus. Yeah, I'm gonna doodle his medallion, the little fisty thing, and show it to Ithelmore and see if he recognizes the symbol.
Do I recognize it?
We can find out. Give me a religion check. This is not of the 10. That's a nice modifier. This is... this is definitely not one of the 10. This is of Torm.
Yes, I knew it was.
Known
Sorry.
for justice and self-sacrifice.
I look at it, I look up at and say, this is a symbol of Torm, the god of justice and sacrifice, I think. I'm not overly familiar because he's not one of the main 10 gods of Berlin, but I'm fairly sure that's who it symbolises.
Have you heard of any orders of Torm, you said?
Yes, Torm.
Any is that like obviously he's not one of the 10, but have you heard of any famous orders of him? I heard it. I saw it hanging around the neck of a Arcanist, which is a bit of a odd combination with a very paladin-y sounding deity there.
Would I know of any orders?
You've been pretty close-knit to King's Arch, so you wouldn't have any knowledge of anything outside of that too much. You only know of Torm because of the Pantheon itself.
How about Savant? Does he know anything?
Savant doesn't really deal too much with religion and all that sort of thing. If you can help me shoot something better, though.
Alright. Well, we'll need to keep an eye out for anybody else who worships the Fist of Justice or whatever. Because,
Could always just ask him.
well, aye. If
Seems friendly enough.
If we cross paths with them again, aye. But, I think we should be a wee bit careful of who we assume is friendly.
You did say that.
Aye, well, it was good advice, but that's exactly what someone who was trying to distract us from thinking he was evil would say. But, we have had someone that we thought was unassuming and trustworthy turn out to be an evil, world-destroying fuck. So we should be careful, I suppose. Oh, one last thing, Seren.
Aye.
Have you heard of the Accordant?
Have I?
You definitely heard of it. What it really actually represents is a little vague for you. One, because of politics. But give me a history as well. There's 3 histories. Woo.
This. Can I just hit something?
Come on.
There goes my good run of history.
Yeah, this is one of the histories which is off. You know, it's definitely something to do with a group of nations. You're not sure which ones. Yeah, it's not. It's definitely, you've heard of it, but it doesn't involve the dwarves. That you're sure of.
Wait, it doesn't involve the dwarves.
No. That part I'm sure of. Anything
Okay,
else is pretty fuzzy.
that's weird.
What kind of mention did you find of it?
It was talking about a wedding.
It could have
And-
been for political gain.
Aye, some kind of wedding between 2 political groups, and foolishly, the man who controls my brain didn't write down what it was.
It was of the King of Valin,
King of Valin.
Cirrus Mallory.
Oh, right, shit.
So the king we saved.
Yes.
Yeah. So
You know.
the queen we saved was the Accordant?
No. The Accordant... Like, the king got on the wrong side of the Accordant, right?
From what the looks of things was, yes.
Oh, I wonder if maybe he refused the... Oh.
Is
Interesting.
the... Who did the king marry?
Ariana?
That's it. I've got a page on her, but I don't know what it is. It's not in this notebook. She is human, though, right?
She is
She's
not
not-
human.
She's
I was
married.
about to say, I think.
She is
Yeah.
most certainly of elven descent when you last saw
Right.
her.
Okay, so marrying an elf pissed off the Accordant.
Sounds like it would.
So whoever the Accordant is, they are not fond of. And you said an alliance of nations?
Not exactly sure of which nations, but like it wasn't.
Like
Well,
what?
Berlin obviously wasn't involved.
And if it's not dwarves, then
Yeah.
is it maybe tieflings or some of the islands or something?
Possibly some of the smaller nation islands.
I don't suppose you've heard of an Accordant, have you, Serafina?
Have I?
Um,
I have lived amongst 2 dwarves.
yeah, you definitely lived around the dwarves. And you were mostly on a secluded island. But you can give me a history as well, as you have done a lot of research in your journey.
Didn't need to roll.
I shall roll for you, yes. I almost forgot.
It's not like Secretary General of the United Nations or something.
And I'm thinking modifiers are... Never mind. You're in the same boat. You definitely heard of it. You definitely heard... actually, all of you have technically heard the word before, but you can't remember where.
Alright.
That might be something to make note of to look into when we get to search.
But we're certain that it's a politician and not a bard that plays the accordion, right?
Reasonably.
Okay. I thought it was like pianist or something.
Maybe that has something to do with those human supremacists.
Oh, that's a good
I
point.
was wondering that because of the whole wedding pissing them off.
Yeah.
but them having, well, certainly they wouldn't have overt ties to a political figure. Else, there'd have been a war and we'd have heard about it.
True.
So what's the plan now, guys?
Maybe we should investigate this tide that's fallen.
Yeah, that sounds like
Everything is pointing that way.
even our compass, and we know what that's like.
Oy.
I feel like we need a drinking game every time somebody manages to mention
Work
the
it in.
compass. Yeah.
Do you have to double shot if it was a really bad
I'm just gonna
shot?
No, just chug the bottle whenever I start talking then.
Oh,
There's no such thing as a good pun.
So we're going to the Tig. Is that the plan?
Apparently.
How are we going to get in? Considering
Well-
it's, well, conflict.
Well, we're
Join the conflict.
we're members of the King's Guild, here to offer our assistance to our
There are
friends here in
others already
Griffin.
there.
Aye, that's where Golden
Yep.
Boy is.
Oh, that's his name.
I kind of
It is now.
that's his name as I try and flip pages, but I've not got the right notepad.
Valance
Valance.
and
That's
his
it.
group.
I knew it was something to do with betting.
I thought that was a curtain thing, wasn't it? A
Oh,
balance?
the valance is the bit of fabric that goes around the base of the bed, the frilly
Oh!
bit.
That's what that's called.
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that.
Interesting. I never knew that either.
somebody explain to me who Balance is.
He's
One
the
of
gold
other-
Dragonborn from the tournament. He was leader. He was the one that tried to challenge Ulan 1-on-1, and he got inducted into the King's Guild as well. And he was heading up the other King's Guild team.
Okay.
With wonderful Rinka and a few others.
The
Eliza.
the orc monk,
Yes.
and the mage that went invisible, right?
Yes. Eliza, I think it
That
was.
was a laser. Yeah. I have Golden Boy and Doolittle in my notes. So, yeah.
Doolittle. Wait, which one's Doolittle?
Eliza.
Eliza.
Oh. Oh, and the Bard. The Bard as well, who went invisible.
Yeah.
Vald, sorry. Vlad.
But not
Yeah, I
the-
have Vlad written down for him as
Not
well.
the poor delicate ranger I scared the crap out of.
No.
Who was the one that had the hots for Aaron?
That was Rinka. Ah,
Tiefling?
yeah,
That
the
was
Tiefling
yeah, that was
Rinka.
okay, yeah. Her name in my thing is just poor taste.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
He's not getting razzed.
wow. You did notice that she didn't really care too much when you guys were on the boat together.
Yeah.
But yes.
Clearly that's why it's poor taste. But
Or-
her not
no.
following up. Either that or she looks like she's blackcurrant flavored, doesn't know.
Your deception failed. I'm sorry.
I want to roll on fast talk now, but that's the wrong game.
Do it anyway, damn it.
You want to roll for what?
No, in my Sunday game, one of my character's skills is called fast talk, and that's one of the few things that he's really good at. That's the skill that he rolled to convince a pirate ship to mutiny against their captain, and declare him the replacement, which basically derailed about a third of the campaign.
It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we were supposed to join up with them and basically help the Rebel Alliance. Instead, we overthrew the leader of the rebellion, handed him over to the Empire, and stole the ship.
Wow. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have never seen our GM facepalm so hard.
I know. and
It's amazing.
the thing was, he made the fatal mistake, which is when I say, "Can I do something?" and he went, "Yeah, right," as if it was never gonna work, and that's when I always roll criticals.
As you derail this game,
Yep,
uh,
it's my talent.
it is your talent. Do you guys have anything else to talk with, or are you guys going to finish up lunch and then to figure out where you're going?
Oh, did you find a blacksmith with nice shoulders?
No, she was lovely, but
Yeah, she had alright shoulders.
to note of. There was nothing she could figure out about the dagger except to think that maybe there was magicite that also could be somehow involved in the little hole here at the base, faceted to fit in. Oh, and I was thinking,
Just-
anybody...
Just pretend for a wee moment that I have absolutely no idea what this dagger is.
This is what you guys collected last week, and he wasn't there for.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
Well,
because
the-
like when you said initially about dagger thing, I thought you meant the one that the what's it lady had hidden on her back, but this is some kind of drow dagger.
yeah, it's a drow dagger I took from the priestess. when
Was
we
the
killed her.
was the priestess one the one that summoned the bees?
Bees,
Well,
yes. The
yeah.
insects, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What- I was sat there and you were just like, not the bees, and I just I basically died.
But yeah, this faceted hole at the base that can also be used
Wait.
to
The what hole?
faceted. That's the only way I can think of describing it. It's like octagonally shaped.
An octag. Okay, I thought you said like fascinating, and I was
It's
like,
it is a
Fascinating.
this
fascinating
hole is fascinating.
Oh, tell me more.
I was just wondering how many
Wonk,
times
Wonk, wonk,
Aaron
goddammit.
has told ladies about their fascinating holes. Anyway,
But yes, we found the shards of glass we found in it. I thought were just a manner of poison delivery, but suggested that it might also be a way to have magicite attached or part of the blade to perhaps endow it with something. I was also thinking, does anyone have any notion if magicite can be used in a liquid form? Because that could also be how it's delivered through the blade.
well, I mean, we know from that dragon. Well, not the dragon, the kobold that you weren't there for this, but there was a kobold that transformed into a kind of a ugly dragon-like creature, and it basically bled magicite.
Oh,
Like, its blood crystallized into the. You've seen the dragon magicite thingy we had.
yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
that was like that bled out of a creature.
And it crystallized after it's... Oh, wow. Well, then it's possible, I guess. Maybe they were trying to infect people with it? I don't know. It might
Possibly.
be related.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the effect would be. Like, I don't know if magicite only works when it's a crystal, but I've not encountered anything that couldn't be liquefied if you get it hot enough.
Would
I
I
mean-
know anything about that?
Serafina, you can definitely give me a roll. Arcana. Actually, well, what am I doing? I'll roll for it. With is it a +7 you have? I think it's.
I think. Yeah. Did you roll 20?
I rolled exactly the same.
God damn it.
You are so into your meal right now, you are not listening.
Do you want to just give someone else control of a character?
I know,
so
right?
there's
I like,
somebody else can press the buttons.
well, technically, any of you can roll a d20 for her. So
Oh,
it's
this
like.
is true. Yeah. Yeah. What we'll do is next time, Mimsa can pick who's gonna roll for her, just to randomize it. Cause...
There we go.
There we go. It's smart.
Or we can start at top and then go through to see who's rolling.
Although it's still a +7, which brings it to a 12, which isn't too bad. It's Magicite has been something you haven't really fully studied. You were studying more in terms of the inner realms, but recently you've picked up on the Magicite crystals, and they're very unusual from what you've read and learnt about from the ones you currently have on you.
And her mentor's notes, right?
And your mentor's notes that you've read through mostly at this point. Or actually, you probably read through all of them at this point. He hasn't done anything in terms of melting them down, but you've definitely already read about turning them into powder, which goes in line with what you found out about spark powder.
Oh, aye, from the explosives.
Yeah, and that could easily enough be mixed with something.
Well, that wasn't the stuff that they used to blow up the Capitol. Wasn't that spark powder mixed with ground up magicite?
It was shards of unstable red magicite.
Where does magicite even come from? They like dig it out of the ground, right?
It's mined, yes.
But is it like big lumps? I mean, or does it?
I
Or
would
does
know
it?
that, wouldn't I?
You've seen the ones in Berlin.
Yeah.
You may have actually even seen some in Griffin.
Does it like grow through the rock like veins, or does it come
Yeah, is
out
it like veins or
crystals?
crystal? Yeah,
It's
that's what
it's very odd. The ones you've seen, it's almost like
Magic.
a rock itself changed into magicite. It's not like a vein at all. It's literally like a rock itself had changed and crystallized.
So it's like a diamond, basically.
It's sure.
Like you would find like a lump of it inside other rock.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It just needs to be
Yeah, it
being
needs
nut
to be-
pressure.
And the mining exercise for it is a very slow, arduous process. Because you don't want to disturb a crystal, especially some of the sizes that you find it at.
And
Because you've seen the consequences.
is it
Yeah.
is it like random, or do you find like pockets of the same one together?
You're not really sure. Both you and Serafina, one, you two have not really done anywhere near enough research on literal mining operations. But there is a very slight difference that the ones you found in Berlin, there wasn't much in the way of some of the colors. There's definitely more. There's some colors that were more common. You're not really sure what the randomness is, if there is any.
So we don't know anything like a particular city is famous for its such and such as, or
Not really.
okay. And there are no particular colors that are more expensive.
That
Well, from our experience, the
that
colours
you
were the same
could
price.
figure out.
Yeah.
Serafina and Seren would know at this point. Black is pretty rare. And rarer than
Okay.
that would be anything. Well, any other color apart from the inner plane colors, at least, is rare.
Okay. And the inner plane of the elemental planes, right?
Yes. And you've seen two different colors. You've seen black and you've seen clear.
Yeah. Which one was the clear one again?
Clear.
Yeah. Which one? When did we see a clear one?
You picked out one from the group of the ones you found in
Oh, the big chest full
the
of-
Cobalt Den.
And what was the significance of a clear one? Was that like not aligned or something?
Yes.
Okay. And the black one was that Shadowfell or something?
No.
No, the Astral Sea, I think.
Oh,
it was,
Astral Sea, that was it.
Which we figured out.
Okay. And that was like wonky and chaotic and unpredictable and dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why we haven't used it.
It's also extremely powerful, which is why it's very expensive.
We're not gonna destroy it, Cuff.
Yeah. And it's possible there's other ones, but you haven't yet discovered anything else. So yes,
The astral sea, is that between the inner planes and the outer planes?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the vacant void, but not void,
Yeah.
of just unstable magic and realms and
And
everything else in between.
Astrally projecting monks and stuff.
Yes. You've also heard from Wilbur. He talked about where he came from in Devil's Landing. There was auroras of the veil itself between the material and astral realm thinning, and you could see
Okay.
things on the other side.
Okay.
Yes.
I've just noticed an island that looks like a dinosaur. Sorry, this one up, Sizu. It's like a little brachiosaurus eating some grass. It's got a little stubby tail. Sorry.
Right. This shows your great focus on
Oh, it
the
kind
game
of
and
is. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's
oh.
it's like staying well away from the giant fish that's pooping out a rectangle.
It's just best that way,
Yeah.
really.
It looks more like a Pokemon, but sure.
Well, villain looks like a Coliant.
No, Caesar looks like a Pokemon.
Oh, Sizu. Yeah, it looks. Well, I was gonna say Chikorita, but I figured I'd go with dinosaur.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Bailey.
We're nerdy enough. We can figure it out.
Really?
Anyway,
Please don't do that because I'll need to do pit flop.
so
Is
Oh
that
my
is just
gosh.
my favorite?
that was actually really good.
I know. It's the only one that I can do.
So you guys finish your lunch. You're pretty sure the sun's setting behind some mountain range, as it's getting pretty dark at this point. You're not sure exactly what time it is, but it's afternoon at this point.
Whoa. We're above ground?
You're below
Underground.
ground, but the glacier above you brings in
because
some light.
the light through the Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes
it's all
sense.
pretty and kind of almost beautiful if it wasn't dwarven. Yes.
Whoa.
I see
Would
how it
you-
is.
What do you mean is almost pretty if it wasn't dwarven?
It's functional before beauty.
Who are you and how long have you been dating Saren? I mean,
Hey!
sorry.
I resemble that remark.
Yep.
And at this point, there would actually be some small waterfalls coming out of the glacier around parts of the town. Almost like small streams coming down. But yes, you guys finish up your lunch. Where are you heading next?
Well,
Why are we here in this inn and not with the convoy?
You were staying the evening so you could go to the library.
we can go back and re-up with the convoy in the morning.
Oh, okay. So we've not parted ways from the convoy. We're just stopping here for the night. Okay. We should probably reconnect with the convoy and head to the capital then.
Yep.
Because that's
It's
where
going to be the safest way to get there.
That's where the food charts are, and
Aye.
they were who we need to talk to make our way to the thing that begins with TH, and I cannot remember it every time.
A Tig?
Tiger. I keep thinking it's a tiger, but it's not a tiger. And then I think, wait, is it the biome in Minecraft that sounds like tiger?
Actually, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
without the A on the end, yeah.
So it's a tig. Okay,
Yeah, Tig.
tig. Like, does that mean something?
It means home. Yeah, it's basically dwarven world, like city home. Is
So
a good
it's
switch.
like Heim in Scandinavian,
Yeah,
or Berg in Germany, I guess.
it basically comes down to like city home
Okay.
or large home would be a better way of putting it, actually.
But is it in like?
Hmm.
Is it a generic term, or if somebody said the Tig, would people know exactly which one you meant?
It's a very old-fashioned dwarven word. Usually, they just use city to basically just to
Right.
fit in with the rest
Right
of the
now,
common world.
on Griffin, if we say Tig, they're gonna assume we mean big one.
Yeah,
But like the
mansion.
the city we're in right now is
It's known as Dol.
yeah, but so that wouldn't be a Tig.
That wouldn't be a Tig.
Okay.
A Tig is very specifically a Tig for a reason.
Okay.
It's basically mansion would be the best translation to common.
So it's like rather than a city, it's like
It's a big home.
a big home where like one family would live or whatever, rather than
Yes,
like.
technically.
Okay. So it's like a villa or a.
Yeah, which is why I said it
Manse.
was large home.
Okay.
Yeah. Dol is more like town or city. Tig was more like one giant mansion,
Okay.
which is why it's a very old term. Not many people have Tigs at this point.
So do we know its actual name?
The Tig you're going to? No.
Okay.
It's from what you've gathered and what people have been saying, it's literally just Tig Moradin. It's been the unofficial name for it.
Okay. So for now it is Tig, but if we encounter a new one, that will be Tig B. So the first one will be Tig A. So that is Tiger.
Well done.
Yes.
I thought you were going to go with blood types, but that
Well.
works too. So, you guys are going to head towards the trade district to try and find the caravan and where you left off Lag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, when we get there, I want to see if I can find out who the dwarf carriage was being delivered to.
The dwarf carriage.
The one where the
Which
stuff
one?
got stolen from.
The Krongrind one was, I think, going
Yeah.
all the way to Furum. We could figure out where it's going exactly.
Oh, so it wasn't coming to here, it was going
No.
to... Okay.
It's gone to Merthyr, not
Merthyr,
Furum.
sorry. Oh
You
my
got,
God.
you guys are in Thurum. There's a map, guys. Come on, look at the map.
and the problem is, I'm looking right at the fucking map.
Well,
Oh, yeah! Remember
well.
that? I was like, I have no idea where we are on that map, and there's a giant fucking compass.
There's literally a compass I've given you guys.
I was like, where are we in relation? Where are we in relation to the strange circly plate thing? I was like,
Can
oh.
you see notes and content? Can you see the line of our characters?
Well, you see, yeah.
I've actually put the word active players there, so it even shows which of you actually exists. But
Where does it say active players?
right at the top, in the top left,
Top left of what? The
the whole map itself.
Griffin map.
Yeah,
Oh, this is. Hang on. Oh, okay.
I do all this work
That's
and no one
right.
appreciates.
But I didn't see that because you zoomed us to the middle of the map, so I
You can't
too
zoom
zoomed in
out?
to see that. Well, I didn't know. I had no
been
reason
there
to
for
know.
weeks.
I've shown it off for all weeks.
But I haven't been there for like 3.
Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it.
Honestly.
But,
Um,
why would I have zoomed out to look and see if something was there if I didn't know it was there?
for observation.
Well, no,
This-
because I was like, "Where are we?" and you went, "We're here," and zoomed me straight in. So I never had the opportunity to see the map.
well, there's a
It's-
zoom bar on the side.
Abby, it's your fault. Shush.
Yeah, yes, Chase.
Okay.
Minus
no,
10
I-
XP.
that's fine.
Actually, that's none. 100. So, so yes, Merthyr is where the carriage is going to.
Okay.
Right?
You said it was getting dark.
It's getting dark for where you guys are. It's not late. It's the difference.
I would like to steal the book from Saren about the underworlds.
Ask for it or steal.
Is it the same?
I'll hand it over.
Okay. You receive the book. Da-da-da-da.
Now you must pose with it in a perfectly placed shaft of light.
Have we gone back to the cart place, or are we still at the top?
No, you guys are walking while doing this. That's fine. And yeah, you make it through the first quarter of the trade district, which is in full blast at this point, which is pretty much a marketplace. It's odd because it's actually covered over, but it's a nice, warm, cozy environment for a marketplace, especially for dwarves. And you guys know where you left Lag, which is in the stable with the cart itself, which is off to one side. You guys can easily go collect it, whoever is going to drive. And who's going into the market?
Get Lag in the cart if you guys want to go find
The convoy.
the rest of the convoy.
But alright, we probably shouldn't be splitting off and going alone though. We've made that mistake before.
Aye.
For a town, though, this is probably the most secure of the towns you've seen.
Does anyone want to volunteer for some quality time with Saren?
Shay goes.
I goes too. Follow too.
Okay. Shay's actually been kind of just like following you guys from the rooftops recently.
Right.
But yeah.
Alright.
She nods
Off
and
we go.
follows Shay. Maybe just to go see Lag, but you know.
Probably.
So you guys go into the market looking for the convoy.
Wait, who's Lag?
The ram.
Ram.
The
The
animal.
goat.
Yeah, the goat.
Remember, you're
The
making all
ram.
those jokes with computers.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, you remember? Okay, good.
It was a long time ago, okay?
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've slept since then.
That's true. Well, and you're on the wrong page of your notes, so I can't
I'm in
blame
the
you.
wrong notebook.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. There it is. Wait, you have a wrong
Like-
notebook?
Like I have like 7 or 8 different notebooks. I flipped back, and this one has a list of materials from modded Minecraft, which is nothing to do with this campaign at all.
No. You should probably name these notebooks.
Well, the problem, they were named, but then I can't find one of them, so I make notes in another one.
This is why we create labels, Jace.
Well,
we-
yeah.
So we can stick them on the front and then write.
Well, then I would have to close the notebook and look at the label, whereas I just leave them open.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Team Gold Dragon is helping the 4 charts.
There we go.
That seems relevant. And Operation Midnight Google. I don't remember what that is, but
That
it's in the notes.
sounds a little dodgy, but okay. We've figured out Jace's organization pattern. There is none.
What the hell was that? And then on the previous page, it has town, clan, astronaut, engineer, asteroid, lunar crater. I don't know what that means.
What?
And then if I flip back a couple of pages, there's one that says Grandpa's bedtime tonic. Oh, that's crafting recipes from ESO. Yeah, this is apparently my in front of the computer notepad. Okay.
Wow, wow. We've learned so much insight into the mind of Jace. It's impressive. So yes, you guys go into the market looking for the convoy. It's not hard to spot. There's a table of several dwarves in a circle around a table discussing something. You would just about recognize a few of them as the guards that came on one of the caravans, specifically the Congrind one.
Are all of the guards there?
All the ones that survived, yes.
Oh,
I would like to covertly leave the room
Okay. You leave the room.
and head to where their car is.
Okay. Which is with all the other cars, so you
Yeah.
would be following behind Serendale, technically.
Oh, is that over in the same place? Yeah, I would have gone with Saren then, because I want to sneak.
Oh, well, you should have just said that.
Well, I thought that you said they were going to get the car while the rest of us went to find the rest of the convoy. So I assumed the rest of the convoy included the physical convoy.
Yeah,
But
the
no,
people.
no, I wanted to go to the car.
Oh, well, that's the card in the convoy. But yes, alright, so you go in the car. Give me a stealth roll as you go sneakily. The rest of you... Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The rest of you go up to the convoy. Savan probably leading on this. I'll just do a quick roll to see if he does it good. He does it good. After some pleasantries between the guards, you figure out the congroined caravan is still traveling as Valgro Congroined, the one who was at the front of the caravan, is deceased. The guards are going to take it to Morthor with some more of the guards of this town as escorts on board. It's fortunately not about a road, as this is one of the most secure roads between Furum and Morthor, as it's one of the refurbished underroads. So there shouldn't be any foreseen trouble, but just in case. Also to make sure there's reinforcements at Morthor itself. So that actually went out without a hitch. Seren and Serafina and Shay, technically, you guys make it to your cart, which is actually in still great condition. Lag is unattached, obviously, and currently just munching on some vegetables in a trough. No issues, guys. Carries on eating.
Well, yeah, of course he does.
Did we buy the car or rent the car?
You
We
rented
bought
it.
the car.
Oh no,
No,
you
we-
bought the
we
car,
bought
rented
car,
the ram.
Rented the ram.
Okay.
Which is hilarious. So you guys attach lag up again, I imagine? Yes? Yes.
We'll hitch him
Okay.
up.
I was like,
And
I'm
ready to
waiting
go.
for a response.
Wait,
Sorry.
So why are they fetching Lag in the cart if the cart is where all of the other carts are?
Well, you have to attach him first,
But the people are still waiting in the inn, so why are we doing that now?
because they're preparing to leave.
Okay.
That's why they're all grouped together. Otherwise,
Okay.
they would have been
Yeah.
separate.
Okay.
But you are sneaking ahead of the group by hopping onto the roof and then going to the back where the carts are, which you do spot the rest of your party attaching lag to the car. Wow, words.
Is there anyone else around?
There is a few other traders who look like they're actually setting up their rams to their carts.
Is there anyone anywhere near the Congroins cart?
No, actually.
I would like to sneak into the Congroins cart.
Well, it's currently locked.
I would like to work my magic.
Well, you can attempt it. Give me your
Sleight of hand, right?
sleight of hand. Okay. Without too much trouble, it's very slight. You make sure to actually hold the locket upright so it doesn't fall off, and you
Right.
peel it off.
I'm gonna carefully, look around before I go inside.
Give me a
Right.
perception.
Nope. Everything looks fine.
No one's about.
I think seems fine.
Coast's clear. A-okay.
I want to look around in there, see if anything looks odd and drowish, and if nothing leaps out, I will investigate the remaining thing.
Okay, well, you have to open it first, which gives a little bit of a...
Wait, the thing isn't locked.
Well, you unlocked it, you have to open it
Oh, I
as
have
well.
to open the. Yeah.
Which gives a very slight tweak, but you keep it quiet enough and slow enough that you manage to squeak in. And you don't open it fully, you only open it just enough so you can squeeze in. You do have dark vision, so I don't need to do a toe check. So give me an investigation if you're looking around for anything peculiar. 15. You've already been in here once, but looking around a second time now, that you have a little bit more time to look around and no one's trying to rush you. The crates are still there that were previously there, and you go over to the corner where the 2 boxes, or 3 boxes, apparently were.
Is there any kind of labeling on the crates?
There is no labeling on the crates, although they are very neatly built. These aren't made of wood; they're made of metal.
Are they sealed shut? Or?
They are fully sealed shut all the way around the rim, and you're pretty sure the metal is rather thick.
Okay.
And it's currently got 2 locks.
On the crates?
On the crates, yes. They're very secure.
And the chest at the end, the one that's left?
There's only one left. There's normal wooden crates to the left and right, but the one that's remaining of the 3 is very secured, yeah.
Is that a chest or is that a crate as well?
It's a chest. It's a very square, rectangular looking one.
Okay.
But it is very much a chest of some description.
And metal as well?
It is very metallic. It looks like it's actually been made of plates of metal.
Okay, and how many locks?
2, I said.
Oh, there's 2 locks on that one, okay.
Yeah.
I will attempt to do my thing.
Alright, try and do both of them.
Yeah. 2 rolls or?
Yes, 2 rolls. Okay, that's the first one. The second one, yeah, I definitely hear something went wrong. The rest of you outside do notice that the rest of the group is starting to move out. The rest of the party as well, of Savand, Aaron, and Ithamore. Yes, come in.
I will use my mending cantrip to fix what I just did.
Okay. It does take a minute to do that.
Okay.
So you have to hold it for a minute doing it.
Okay. But we're like several minutes away from the tavern, right?
It's a little bit of a walk, yeah. And they're not rushing, from what you can hear, at least. The rest of you have attached lag up to the cart, and you guys regroup. Minus an Ulan.
We didn't notice where he went. I thought he was right behind us.
Yeah, Aaron, you can give me a perception.
Don't I use passive for that?
You can use passive. This is because you have high passive. You can perception this.
I just
Passive lets you notice something's off, and then you roll to see if you notice what is off.
Aren't they still at the tavern though?
They're walking out.
Okay,
So,
but I was never there, so
I know, but he's looking around that something's off.
okay.
You notice that one of the caravan doors is slightly ajar when there's no one actually around. It was definitely of the caravans that was in the convoy, but
it's not ours. I don't care.
Elan, you finished mending.
Okay.
Are you going to unlock it again, or
yeah,
are you going to?
can I ever try it doing it again? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. That's enough. And do you unlock the other one? Both of them are undone.
I will look over my shoulder, and then I will peek inside.
Okay, you take off both the locks, place them very carefully on their hooks as you take off the lid. And the lid is actually relatively heavy for the size of this box. But it's well oiled.
I am prepared for like something to jump out.
Nothing jumps out, but you feel a very strange aura emanate out of the box, and a very thin cloud of dust emanates out of the box as well.
I hold my breath, just in case.
As it almost becomes some type of mirage of just a variation of colors, almost like if you mix dust into a bottle of water, it just floats in the air and swirls around.
Okay.
And as you peer in, you can see it's not actually a lot. It's very much relatively small. I'd probably say around a liter glass container of this powdered crystal.
Okay. I close the chest, lock it up, and sneak out of the cart again.
Okay. Give me another stealth roll, just as a check.
Watch this be a 1.
No, it's not. As you, like a lizard, jump out, close the door behind you, lock it, and slip around the side. And you can hear the rest of your group.
I honestly thought I was about to die there, guys. I thought, oh shit, what's this magical dust gonna do? Okay, cool.
Burn everything.
I will head back to where the others are, and then...
Okay. As you guys are waiting by lag as the rest of the traders come out, Ulan appears, pretty much out of nowhere.
Hello.
Yeah, there you are. We're
Here I
ready
am.
to go.
Yep.
Yep.
I've not been doing
Arch-
anything at all.
I'm just gonna arch an
Everything-
eyebrow at him and smile.
Inside,
and
inside.
Everything's fine here.
Alright.
Go ahead, Aaron.
How
are you?
How are you doing? I'm doing fine.
How you doing?
Oh!
Oh, can I? Oh shit. Can I deception?
You can definitely try deception. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ulan.
I just look really pleased with myself.
He has definitely been up to something. He definitely was successful at it, but you don't know what it was.
I'll just say well done, and
We'll talk later.
As the rest of the traders
I'll
come
drive.
out, as the security detail comes out as well, and hops onto the back, and the sides, and the top of the caravan of the Congrians, in various positions. Alright, we're heading out to Morthor. Prepare yourselves. We expect the road to be clear, but expect trouble nonetheless.
What order are we in?
He hasn't been given an order.
Okay.
Did we by chance see Erin? If she had,
Eri, you have not seen.
You must have found other passage.
hopefully.
so are the dwarves from the last caravan in here as well?
Some of them are. There's a few new ones.
I'll just throw them dirty looks.
Some of them are a little stunned. They're like, did that human just give us a look? And then carry on going. Pump the cart. We're going single file. I want you, and you bunch of ragtags looking at you guys. You'll be at the back. You can handle yourselves.
We still have no way of rushing past everybody in a really badass way.
Alright. We're going east.
How many carts are there?
Total of 6,
Okay.
Aaron, make us go really fast.
including you guys. as you guys get onto the road, taking the main path, which actually leads you actually back past the arcane tower.
I'm gonna be in the back this time, and I would like to, as we're moving, do some woodcraft stuff with the door.
The door.
To build the trapdoor or build an easier way to get out?
No, what I basically want to do, because you said it's just like a latch in the middle of the door to open it, right?
Yeah.
So what I would like to do is I would like to make a hole in the door
Next to
about
latch.
yeah, kind of like maybe like a inch and a half in. God damn it, Aaron. About an inch and a half in diameter, enough to like stick a finger through and flip the latch if need be, and then I'm gonna plug it up by a rag
Oh,
to keep the heat in.
fuck you, Riddy.
All right. I don't think it was that funny, but sure. Okay.
No, it's the Riddy giggle, which means his mind went someplace it shouldn't have, and mine decided to fucking follow.
Well, he just typed in chat something that
Yeah.
was excellently sensible and not childish at all.
To be fair, I do have a proficiency in handling wood, so
Woodcrafting.
yeah.
So yeah, you can easily do it. That takes you like a minute to do, as you just like carve a little.
Yeah. I would also, after that's done, I'd like to do eye holes as well. Or like an eye hole. Not
Okay.
Like eye hole. I'm not gonna do like the painting where my eyes replace the eyes of the painting or anything. I just want somewhere that I can look out of. But
In
again,
the door or in the sides?
in the door, in the sides would be cutting through the leather, and that's not woodcrafting.
Okay.
But I want some way of being able to look out the backs, especially since we're at the back.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that also takes you literally no time, as
Yeah.
you could pretty much finish that before you guys leave.
Yeah. That's
for
what I was thinking.
yeah. So yeah, as you guys head across the next bridge, actually, who's at the front?
I'm driving,
So
and Mimza is briefly AFK. She said she's going to be sitting in the back with the Lightstone reading the book.
okay, cool. So then Shay would sit at the front with you as well.
Okay.
Savant, sure. Let's do that. So yeah, again, the triple S. As you guys head into the direction of the Eastern Tunnel, which is very much more of a tunnel than an actual gateway, as you can actually go in quite a few distance across this bridge, leaving Furin behind you and going into darkness, as ahead of you another gate is already opened, in a similar fashion as the previous one, of just a sliding door. As
Just
you
enough
head,
for us to get through, not all the way, obviously.
yes, heading actually directly into the underworld itself, which immediately is far cleaner than any of the roads previous, and more importantly, no cracks. However, you do notice there's a lot of rudimentary stone used instead of whatever was previously used to create these. You guys head in, following at the back of the caravan convoy, which will take you the rest of the evening to get to your destination, of well over 8 to 10 hours. And one thing you do notice on your travel, all the other roads have been cold, that you had to keep warm, or Aaron had to do prestidigitation to keep yourselves warm. In this tunnel, the air is not just cleaner, it's warmer as well. And as the hours progress, you feel yourselves traveling slightly down a decline, and the temperature getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So much that you don't actually even need your cloaks at what point.
Strip.
Not that far.
It's getting hot in here.
At the 8-hour mark, it gets close to that. As it, in your mind, you're pretty sure it's evening at this point. And then by the 10th hour, it's almost like you're out in the sun at this point. It's a good temperature. Even with the decent breeze, you can feel a strong amount of heat coming from somewhere in front of you. And actually, yeah. Actually, it's literally just you currently. Give me a perception check, actually, Saren. As you go through the final hours. Nice. Okay. As you head into the final couple hours, which is roughly around the 9th hour into the journey, which is you're feeling the tiredness coming on, which is pretty heavy at this point. The stonework itself is dramatic in its difference and change. From the very pale stone you saw previously, with the faint, almost yellow tinge the four had previously, it shifts to a more aggressive color scheme of red, deep, almost brick stone red, with obsidian in places, and the floor of a very strong clay material. You've definitely crossed the boundary. In the distance is a very clear entry point of bright light and another large gate. And we'll take another break there for the time being and come back shortly.